Hello and welcome everybody to an SCF presentation. My name is Graf Lucas and I welcome you all to this channel. It's been a while. I'm happy to be back here. Thank you all for watching. Thanks Rebel and the Green for racing to my rescue here, changing the stream title because this is indeed Baywatch versus Aluminium. I'm looking very forward to this match. Two really top teams within the elite division will be facing off against each other tonight, and let's see how that goes. I hope we can bring up the seasons table here in a second, so we know where these teams stand. And I also hope that it won't be long before the lobby is up. Let me check the Discord channel right here. I try keeping an eye out for the chat here. Not everything is set up on my end again, but it looks perfect. And someone, I guess that was the Green or Rebel, started the prediction. I very much appreciate that. Because I can't do it at the moment myself. Excellent. Put in all your money. Who will win? Will it be Baywatch or will it be Aluminium? Let's see. Match is apparently already up, so let's have a quick look at that season standing while I try to load into the lobby here. Where do I have it? Tables. Here we go, Elite Division, and this should be, if I've done everything correctly, this should be the most recent version pulled off the internet actually as we speak. So you have a look at that. I try to load into the lobby and then we continue talking about what we are seeing here. Okay, looks great. I'm loading into the lobby here. So okay, so who are Aluminium? Indeed, the Green. And let's check the table first, and then I will tell you who will be playing for Aluminium tonight. This is the table for Elite Division. We see Notorious Tempest has had an almost perfect season so far. Played 5 matches, won all of them, and most of them even with a 2-0 streak, so that was a very, very strong performance from them. I think the maximum would be 15 points, and they scored 14. So that's a really difficult to best this season. Then in second place we have Cavern Angels Blue, also with quite a successful season here so far. 5 matches played, 3 wins there, and scored 10 points in them. Closely followed by Storm Chasers. Also, for me, I admit, since it's their first season in Elite Division, I didn't know what to expect. They had started out as a relatively new team last season. They had been very successful in Challenger Division, of course. But to be honest, really strong performance here this season, and I'm not sure I would have placed them that high in the standings, but they have had very, very good matches here so far. But today it's Aluminium versus Baywatch. Both of these teams at 6 points at the moment. Won 2 of their matches. Aluminium already played 4 of them, and the Baywatch played only 3 so far. So this is the week 4 match, which means Foster Haven, and we are in the meantime loading into this game here. It seems we have some interesting new players here. I think at least players we haven't seen on the teams in a while. Let's move over there to have a look. And now it would be really nice. Oh, there we are. I was was afraid for a moment we wouldn't have in-game, but there we are. So for Aluminium, no, for Baywatch, we are in the hangar with Baywatch here. We have Detenshi, we have Nob, we have Speed of Light, I think, who hasn't played this season yet or hasn't played for a while. We have Eladran, previously Kevin Angels Gold, and I think they might be new to Baywatch as well, if I'm not mistaken. Please do correct me if I'm wrong in chat. And we have Beach 89. Do we have the time to switch? Wrong button. No, I didn't want to do that. For some reason, the button doesn't want to work for switching over to the NR side. I apologize. I will do better next time. Yeah, the question is indeed who will be playing for Aluminium, since Flying Chili is back in the game, back having internet. Here we are. Let's get the in-game, but not too loud. Retirement squad to green. I'm not sure that's I'm not sure. But here we go. This is Aluminium Squadron, and flying out of the MC-75 are Lions, Maze, Falarius, Scribbler and Dalek. They are flying out against Detenshi in the TIE Bomber, Nob as their support for Baywatch tonight, Speed of Light in a TIE Fighter with double irons, Eladran in another farming bomber, and Beach 89 with another iron torpedo, iron missile TIE Fighter. So they are really strong on the irons here. Morale at the middle, slightly in favor. Ooh, and now clearly in favor of Baywatch there. But the longer this flip takes, the more likely it is probably that Aluminium will be able to recover. New Republic Farm always a bit slower here. Let's have a look what the bombers are doing. Lions is going for that inside pack. Apparently they did not try to get that, or if it is still the first one, but I guess it should be. So farming. Maze busy surviving and stripping shields. Ooh, slight bonk there. Ooh, no, Maze got stuck in the Imperial Raider there, I think. That was really, really unfortunate. Bad luck there. And Falarius is trying to farm here. Golo is out on that pack, but will the time be? No, it is too late. Morale, it has flipped, and Baywatch will have the first offense. Let's have a look at the TIE Fighters here. Speed of Light is going for the top frigate here with his Iron Torp and the Iron Missile. Both of them out there, connected. Delta's shields almost down. Let's see what Beach 89... Oh, and Beach 89 apparently did the same thing with the lower one at the same time. Charlie's shields are totally stripped down now, while we see Beach 89 starting to work on the lower one. Eladran is doing nice little orbits here with the TIE Bomber. Speed of Light pumping in the damage. Everyone on the team is committing except Nob, who is trying to stay alive, which is ever so difficult for the supports, but then of course Nob does it very, very well. Detenshi with close orbits here around the frigate. Morale only at half, while we are already seeing this frigate nearing outer phase position. How are Aluminium countering this? Dalek is getting resupply and working to burn Raider here. Raider will at least get it close to the flip, while Aluminium is already switching to the other frigate now, and there is the flip. Well done by the farmers here. Quick 1.5, well, 90 seconds, almost 90 seconds phase here for that first attack. Scribbler shooting his iron missile only. Okay, that is an iron missile. Let's see if Dalek has some more irons, also having iron missiles. So that is interesting. Empire with 2 iron torps, which I think, do correct me if I'm wrong, rather unusual. The X-Wings, on the other hand, both carrying proton torps here to double up on the damage, and now Charlie's shields have been brought down. Morales at half, the outer phase came in. Let's see if Scribbler is doing his beautiful orbits here with a blast burst. Always very, very nice to see. And I'm sure they all hit, and that's the caster's delay we see here. If we see them miss sometimes, I'm sure he is shooting and he is not missing a shot. Now, ooh, careful, don't burn it. It's at 3. Very well done. There's the call to fall back, and that is an easy out of phase, of course, with that Nebulon, with that Architons at 3%. But will it be enough to stop that very strong Baywatch team from burning this Charlie's frigate here in a nick of time? I think we might very well see the first part of an MC attack here soon. But let's wait and see what happens next here. Frigate at 30, the Tenchi pouring in the damage, Beach 89. Ooh, looking at Lions, no, shooting at the frigate, but having Lions targeted here. Eladran is already moving towards that shield gen, inside gen. Some say this one is more difficult to get here for some reason. Let's see. Ooh, tractor beam, that is not good. Eladran trying to get away, in a lot of trouble here at 30, 25, 11. Oh, and he does go down. That tractor beam can be very nasty. You think it's easy to get out of, but then sometimes it just won't let go. Right shield gen gets destroyed though, so and they are ahead, so overall, of course, still a very strong attack. Ooh, but Speed of Light does go down there. Tried to get power system, if I'm not much mistaken, and sold out for that. Let's hope that was worth it and doesn't harm their defense. While we see Scribbler coming in here, getting the shields down. Shields are down now. Delta needs to be burned in the nick of time. Morale is looking fine, so no farm so far from Baywatch. So they really need this head start here to make up. And let's see if we will see Aluminium also on an ISD attack in this phase. Scribbler doing what he does best, these wonderful orbits I mentioned before, but let's see what the others are doing still. Dalek is getting into position for a torp run here. Cruiser is at 26 in the meantime. Lions also bringing in the damage, getting a resupply there from Maze, and Valerius also bringing in the damage. Any second now, will they burn? Let's have a quick look if the Raider is still up. No, yes, Raider is still up. They go on the ISD attack with half a morale, but as soon as the Raider goes down, that will be no more. Let's see, Mace did get the marks out. Yes, is in a bit of trouble now. Left shield gen does get disabled. How about the right one? Can they get the other? Yeah, shields are down now. Double disabled on the gens. Will they go for damage, or will they try to destroy one gen to make the next attack a bit easier? But there is the callback already, and now the most important question is, will they be able to defend? Usually on this level it is very, very difficult to defend an MC, especially when one shield is down already. Speed of Light is going for power. Iron Missile out on power. Shields are down. Second Iron Missile coming in there from the other flag. Speed of Light now in a TIE Defender, pouring in the damage. Morale is looking good, and at the same time this means things are not looking too great for Aluminium Squadron. Morale at half, MC75 at 30%. They need some very, very quick packs and the Raider burn to be able to at least flip it before the end, and it is not looking well in that regard. Baywatch doing what they do best. Strong performance here, and I think this looks like GG's, and Baywatch take game number 1. Congratulations. Straight start to finish performance. I did not see anything go wrong on this game, but at the same time, apart from losing that flip, which always has to happen to one of the two teams, I will say that Aluminium also did not do make a lot of mistakes. Let's have a look at this scoreboard here. Imperial victory with Beach 89 leading the board, and look at that damage spread. 75 from Beach, 77 speed of light, Eladran with 86, and Detenshi, second bomber, with, and you have to say it's still a lot, but it's only 47k because the others were so very strong. The PK was clearly dominated by Dalek and Scribbler there. I didn't even see most of the kills. I'm very sorry. I do apologize for that. 5 kills. That is a lot on this level. But in the end, sadly for Aluminium, it didn't help them, and they were not able to come back from losing the flip here, which was once more so very important. Whew. Let's take a quick break here. I need to catch my breath. There we are. I'll try to follow up on chat here. And Rebel Pilot, I don't quite know how the predictions were and who will win a lot of money now. Perhaps you can tell us in chat, even though we are on a slight delay here, so I have to smooth over some more time here until you even have the chance to do that. And I'm trying to follow up on the chat in the meantime. Looks like I've been thrown out of the lobby in the background. No worries. We need a new one anyway. The good British players and Valerius, right? And give me my monies. Yes, Lauren. Rebel Pilot has to do that today, and I'm sure he is. So don't worry. GG, absolutely. And let's see. Let's see how long it will take for the second lobby to be created. We can't see the lobby at the moment. Loading in now. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, I think we are loading in already. And whenever, Rebel Pilot, if you're still watching, whenever you're ready, please go ahead and set up another prediction. I like that very much. So please, if you can, do while we are looking at the lobby here. I see one roster change already. Let's see. Let's see if there will be some more. Everything all right with the stream so far? It looks okay on my end, but I never quite know how the volume levels are and everything. So if something can be improved, please let me know in chat, and I will do my best to improve things. There we are. I think all players have loaded in now. And there we go. We are loading into game number 2 here. And here we are, this time with Aluminium Squadron, and they are flying out for the Empire with Mace, Scribbler, Valerius, Dalek and Lions. So no roster changes so far, at least not on this team. But let's check. Baywatch here, and we have Jesus stepping in here for Nob here. Speed of Light, Aladran, Beach 89 and Tenchi will be on the team here, and Jesus as the replacement for Nob. Let's see if this can make a difference here, although Baywatch can be absolutely happy with the outcome of game number 1. Let's see if Aluminium can turn this around. Usually most teams still are stronger as Empire, and a lot of players think that at least, especially the flip, is a bit easier to win. Ooh, I didn't want that. Sorry about that. A bit easier to win on Empire. So let's see if Aluminium will bring out the British power and the shiny ships here, and they will turn this around, because I think all of us want a game number 3 here already now. So let's see if that can be done. Bit longer loading time this time. Oh no, there we are. There we go. Aluminium Squadron on Empire. Baywatch leading with the lead from game number 1 here, and coming out of the MC75. There we have the Tenchi, we have Beach 89, we have Aladran in the second farming bomber, we have Speed of Light as the flex here, Double Iron again, and Jesus as the support here. Let's have a quick check on Beach with Iron Missile, Proton Torp, so they know they need that extra damage as well. Still Iron Torp, other than used by... Ooh, and what was I saying about Empire being a bit stronger during that opening? Aluminium getting it real quick, but then the downside is when you're that much faster with the farm, you only have half a morale as soon as the other packs do come in. Dalek shooting one of his iron missiles on Delta's shields here. We have 2 TIE defenders, so no TIE fighters. They are counting on the defenders being able to strip shields quickly enough so they don't run the TIE fighter with the Iron Torp here, and Scribbler is already orbiting here, bringing in the damage. May is doing his best, staying alive there, getting some pressure from those strong PK, and there is already the flip, and this is at 30-28. Will they continue working on it until the marks wear off? Apparently not. They are retreating. Very good work. Only 1 minute this time, but then they only effectively had half a phase there, because the moment it flipped, the packs came in. Let's check on Baywatch here. Beach 89 is going for Delta. Shields are going down at this very moment. 1 quick circle, and now we wait for the Torp to go out. There it is. Very nice. Aladran in the Y-Wing doing the best they can to bring in all the damage. Another oh, this is a gunship. This is a gunship Y-Wing. Did I miss that in game number 1? Were they doing something like that? Probably not on the TIE bomber, but I'm almost sure I didn't miss that on Aluminium. So Aladran with the Torps here. Let's see if that slows down their farming. No Golos for Aladran. Let's Speed of Light is dropping shields on Charlie in the meantime. Jesus is running back to good time for resupplying himself here. And we have the Tenchi with also... No, that's Golos, isn't it? Is that Golos? No, this is also Proton Torp, isn't it? So they are running Proton Torps on both their Y-Wings. That is very interesting, because as far as I know, that is rather unusual and might indeed slow down farming just a bit. But on the other hand, it allowed them to bring in a lot of damage real quick. Let's see how it will play out. How will Aluminium react? How will they make best use of their attack? Now, Baywatch had the outer phase, which Aluminium didn't have. but it also explains why they were struggling to win the opening without Golos. I think the opening is when you need the most, and that probably explains why morale was coming in a bit slow there on the opening. Lions bringing in the damage, Rotary goes brrrr, and Dalek is also burning this frigate here. They are already on the second one, which is at about a third now, so this is going down, and not quite the double oop they were looking for. They were certainly looking for that double oop, and now will they be able to get it? Let's check on Scribbler here. It is at 12, 10, 11, so this is going down. Is he the only one doing the other phase? Lions is also working on it. Okay, so they really want that double oop here. Valerius is already farming. Some farm is coming in. Lions and Dalek both working on it, and there it is. They get the double oop. It was a bit more work than they probably hoped it would be, but they were successful in the end, and Baywatch has to work with little morale here. Will they burn through and press for an ISD attack, or will they? Yeah, they will. Okay, thank you for answering that question ever so quickly. Let's check on Jesus to bring the marks in. Marks are already in, and Jesus is going for power system with the iron lasers. Right shield gets disabled, left shield gets disabled, power goes down, textbook attack here, very strong. Morale is still something to work with. How about Raider? Is Raider still up? Raider is still up. They did not burn Raider here. Raider would have flipped, but it was quicker. Oh, it was probably quicker to farm it out here. Now, ISD is down to, I think, about 80%. Oh, even lower, 70% probably, but both shields are only disabled, so probably shields will be up by the time it flips again. But now we will see if Aluminium can pull off just a strong MC attack as Baywatch. Both shields are down on the MC-75. Valerius is struggling to get in though, out of everything, desperately needing his resupply, but Mace is down at the moment. Still Valerius going in, trying to bring in the damage. Power gets destroyed now. Some morale to work with. The MC-75 is at 60%, I would say. Some weak spots there. Valerius can't quite get them because he has to make sure he doesn't die. Scribbler is circling, and there's the call to fall back. MC-75 is at 30%, so in out of phase territory probably, and I'm sure it's safer to try the out of phase here than defending that ISD. Now it is a base race. Speed of light going with blast burst. Shields have been brute force down. Speed of light is in the tractor beam here. Star Destroyer is lower and lower at 50% now. What is the Empire doing? MC-75 still at 18%. Scribbler is tethering here. Maze is bringing in the marks as we speak. Lions is going for the other phase. They have to hurry. Oh, shields up. Shields are back up on the MC-75. That is not good for Aluminium. Lions is trying to brute force them down, but that brings him in very, very risky territory. Shields are still up, and Lions does go down. This is not going as planned. The ISD is at 10 or something, 14% now. They need the damage in that MC-75. MC-75 at 14. Star Destroyer is going down any second now, and it looks like Baywatch. Yes, it looks like Baywatch takes game number 2 here. What a base race. How very unfortunate that the shields came back up on the MC-75 and they were not able to get them down in time to continue out of phasing. Well done, Baywatch. Baywatch taking a 2-0 victory off of Aluminium, and while this is absolutely well deserved, both teams played so well. I would have loved to see a third round. Ooh, there some people. Was there a disconnect before the end, or was I not loading in here and people? Usually not the best sign when people are losing. leaving the lobby that quickly. Yep. Shields are back up, Lauren, and that indeed, I think, was what kept the other phase from happening. Very unfortunate for Aluminium. Strong performance. They won the flip this time. They basically did what they could. They did a lot of things right there, and still it wasn't quite enough, which is very unfortunate. So, I need to recover. Okay, let's see. Perhaps we can do some interviews, but I have to make sure Discord works with that. So please bear with me. Give me 1 or 2 minutes. I'll try to put on the billboards in the meantime, and hopefully I will have sorted it out by the time I will be back here. So thank you for watching so far. Bear with us, and I'm switching. I'm going to a quick break here. So I've asked the teams if they want to join me for a quick interview. Let's give them a second to respond to that, and we shall, in the meantime, have a look at the scoreboard. I guess it's not updated in real time, but we can still have a look what this victory Baywatch just took off of Aluminium means for the standings in the league. And here we go. So both teams were tied at 6 points before this game. Aluminium now has 9 points, which brings them into third position here with 4 matches played. So they overtook Storm Chasers with 5 matches played and are back in the top 3 here, while Aluminium remains in 5th position, if I see that correctly. So let's see if we get some people in. Hey, there is someone! Excellent! And it seems I have all of Baywatch in here? Almost. Wait. Yeah. Sadly, no, I don't have dragging powers at the moment, I think. But this yeah, I'm... Okay. I'm not sure I have that on the other hand, so... yeah, that's also that only you can access that general stand. Let's do it like this, and you have to tell everything Speedo would otherwise have told us. So first of all, Oh, you're muted. Okay, now this is better. Say something.
Hello.
Yay, it works. Okay. Yeah, Lauren couldn't hear Baywatch. I even noticed myself before I saw your message, Lauren. Now they are all complaining that they can't hear you, but I've just fixed it. Congratulations for a game well played, or 2 games well played there. Very strong as, well, as we all know you are. So tell me a bit about these 2 matches.
Anyone want to take that?
Well, we just spent a week of scrimming and losing, and then we just made it work where it matters. We had all of our losses earlier this week, and stars aligned.
Yeah, that's how you do it, right? Lose the tests, lose the scrims, but come back in the real thing. So very nice.
Yes, when you screw up everything you can possibly screw up during the week, then you got a nice fresh in your memory of what not to do for the actual game.
Yeah, I guess that's good advice. So what I wanted to ask you, I think the first game was basically straight start to finish victory. I noticed that Baywatch is one of not too many teams who still use Iron Torps, and you even ran 2 TIE fighters with Iron Torps there too. Is that the strategy to strip shields of both the frigates as quickly as possible, or what's the thinking behind that?
Speed, you want to answer this one?
Well, I mean, I wouldn't say it's a hard strategy. I just think just based on our team comp, that was working for Beach and I. And it's always great to not have just one person predictably carrying the Ion Torp that the other team can disrupt. So to have 2, we have extras for the Raider, extras for, attack on power and the frigates. It's just, I don't know, it's great.
Yeah, I agree with Speed on that. I mean, if you look at, we were pretty much burning. We were starting our Raider burn at we were getting shields down on the Corvette at the start of every single defense. So that was just instant, and that's because no matter what, generally always one of us had one for that game. So
that does help, because the teams are getting stronger and stronger in intercepting torps, and which is the reason why a lot of teams, on the other hand, ditch the Iron Torp altogether and go with 2 iron missiles and brute force down the rest. So you're really going for that shields down as quickly as possible, and you probably trust that your bombers can bring in enough damage, and it played out beautifully. So nothing wrong with that. Game 2, I think. Let's move on to that.
Actually, just a quick note on Game 1. The TIE Fighter is pretty good at damage on its own, even without proton torps or anything. Granted, we're burning Raider, but we had a really good damage spread that first game, despite both Speed and I not running proton torps at any point. So
TIE Fighter laser damage is very respectable. Obviously, it's not, TIE Bomber laser damage, but it's pretty high up there compared to the vast majority of other ships, if not second best, as far as lasers go.
Yeah, and I like it too for PK. Even there wasn't a lot of PK in that game, but the TIE Fighter is still a great PK ship, because a lot of times you get the dunk, and the TIE Fighter just instantly has overcharged lasers, where you should have overcharged lasers with a Defender after a dunk, but sometimes you don't. But with the TIE Fighter, you always do, so it's nice.
Plus no damage.
I mean, if you have the players to really master the TIE Fighter, and of course you do have that, a lot of teams, I think, the Flexes just prefer the Defender so much and are not comfortable in the TIE Fighter. So you are, and you made the most of it. So yeah, that's how you do it. Make the best use of the ships you can master. So yeah, everything done perfectly there. Game 2 was a bit of a different story. I was at first surprised how very quickly Aluminium won that flip, and I later found out that you ran the gunboat on both of the Y-wings with proton torps, if I saw that correctly. And I guess that was also in the opening and might have been a reason you were a bit slower to get the morale in there?
Actually, what happened on the opening, we both had, both me and Detenchi had Golos instead of Proton Torps, and we had it to where I got iced into a rock. It was really unfortunate, and so I just immediately switched over. And then I'm assuming Detenchi went ahead and switched when he had a moment shortly thereafter.
I swapped to Protarps. I stayed on the goal. Double 5.
Okay, you stayed on the Golos, so it was just me with the Proton Torps, and that was mainly just for the extra damage. I was able to get like 20k over Detenchi this game, and I think that's purely because of the Proton Torps. Made burning faster of the cruisers and then the ISD.
Yeah, and I think that's the interesting thing. You're basically trading the better farming ability, but then, I mean, on Foster perhaps that's the Golo often only gets like 2 AI anyway. But then you, as you just said, 20k extra damage is a lot for a Y-Wing. So yeah, and I think I like the gunboat personally, but I never know when the best moment to use it has come. And yeah, you just explained it perfectly. After if you died during the flip anyway, then why not go for it? And you made it.
Yeah, and that's also very map dependent. Even if I died immediately on in the opening in like a map like Yavin or Esselis, you want to keep the Golo because you're going to have the opportunity to get full packs throughout every defense, and you don't want to give that up. However, maps like Fostar, Nadiri, or Galatan are really good maps to go ahead and get rid of the Golo and swap it out with the Proton Torps.
Yeah, very interesting. I must tell you that your captain Fameplane is telling you in chat to stop telling everybody your secrets, and especially not to say anything about the secret double mean beam loadout or the mean beam loadouts you are planning to bring on the field.
We're gonna make it not a meme, so thank you very much. Don't insult us.
Yeah, wait, it's not a meme when I win.
Yeah,
that is true. That is true.
Wait, we're not supposed to tell we are bringing ICT back to the match.
Yeah, no, I mean, back to the match. You really brought in the damage real quick because I think it was because Aluminium won the flip so quickly. You were kind of getting 2 packs the first seconds after the flip, so they only had realistically half a morale attack there, and you managed to overtake them. And then, of course, it was the base race there at the end. Were you sweating? I think nobody was defending, right? Or were you? Was someone
I was
staying?
Defending.
You were? Okay, I missed everything again. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I apologize to everybody also on stream. We seem to have missed a lot there, but it was so much going on at the same time. Okay, so you were defending and you were doing a good job. What I noticed was that MC shields went back up, and that was really what stopped them from getting the damage in. But I'm sure you disturbed them as well.
It slowed them down. I will say they got shields back down again. So they were starting from a fairly high out of phase, and they did a good job. It was just yeah.
Yeah, I think it was at about 30 when it flipped, but then they got 1 or 2 breach spots fairly quickly. But then I think they were stuck at between 20 and 16 for quite a long time, and that was probably when shields came up and when you really stopped them from achieving more. So well done. Always a pleasure watching your matches and casting them, and as I just said, there is always so much going on at the same time. You're bound to miss half of it. We really would need all your POVs to have a second look later and see, oh, that's how they do it, or oh, pity we missed that the first time round. So thank you, congratulations. I just said you are in 3rd place now in the league. Let's go back to that table once more. And CA Blue are at 10 points, Tempest are at 14 points, and you will now be at 9 points with 4 matches played. CA Blue already have 5 matches played, So everything is still possible, although Notorious Tempest are really having a very, very strong season there. I think did you already play them?
No, we haven't yet.
So that's a match to look forward to.
Oh yeah, it is. Yeah,
well,
that would be a very, very difficult one.
I'm not biased at all, but it would be boring if Tempest won all the matches, right?
Yeah,
Okay,
I mean,
not for them, but
yeah, not for them. I'm sure it's been.
Not for them. They can probably live with it. Yeah, that is true.
Well, I'm sure it's been plenty of close ones and heart attacks on so far for them. But yeah.
Okay then. Well, thank you so much. Congratulations again. Keep up the good work. Entertain us some more, and I'll definitely follow the season further. And let's see.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you.